Thank you, Chris, for introducing me. Um, Hi, everyone. My name is Carlos Vasquez. I'm a biomedical engineer. I'm currently working at the Faculty of Medicine here in Universidad Peruana Cayetano Heredia in Lima, Peru. Uh, so, the first question is why now? What opportunity we saw to implement the our XR classroom? And this was our anatomy lab around from 8 years ago to now. We had cadavers, models, and wall-mounted screens. It worked well back then, but now we're teaching twice as many students in the same space, and that creates new challenges. Cadavers are still essential, but access is limited, and it's hard to repeat or review. Plus, the preparation and maintenance take a lot of effort. So, if we wonder why didn't we do this earlier, the answer is simple, right? We are just we are just wasn't good enough. It wasn't affordable at all. Headsets used to cost over $1,000, require cables, and didn't offer the quality we needed in medical context. Uh, and that has changed. Now we can finally ask how do we integrate these tools, VR, meaningfully, right? Without losing the richness of what we already have. So this is the Anatomy XR lab now. And I will share you more photos. Yeah. So this is what our setup looks like today. We started this in 2024. At the end of 2024, we launched our first XR classroom. We have 50 MetaQuest 3 headsets, 3 Anatomatch tables, and the support team, right? The staff to help us to manage these sessions with many students. And it's not about replacing the anatomy lab at all. It's about complementing it. VR give us new layers of learning. Here is a quick walkthrough for our XR classroom. A student attends scheduled sessions in small groups, separate from the dissection lab that is in another room. Each one gets their own MetaQuest 3 headset and the chance to explore the anatomy independently. And in the other part of the group of students work with this anatomatch table. We didn't just buy the headsets, we also get the elite straps and carrying cases. That's we thought was import for us. And also we were in the middle of the summer here, and without blackout curtains, you could be lucky to see anything on the screens on the anatomatch tables. And this is what it really looks like. This is our students using the headsets and the anatomatch tables during their sessions. Uh, what's incredible for us, how quickly they got into it. They explore, ask questions, help each other. There was a real engagement, and and what's and that's what make it worth it. And it's part of how we teach now. In this case, most of the students are from preclinical as part of the lessons on the preclinical department. They are in the second year of medicine school, so they are like studying anatomy. Also, we are considering not just medical students, also biomedical engineers, the students when take anatomy courses comes to our lab, and we are also incorporating many other departments. So how we use make a holodeck? We run these immersive XR sessions on separate days from the dissection labs, giving students the space to focus entirely on this experience. They mainly use two apps, Dissection XR, which, as you say, as you see in the previous talks, feels working on a real cadaver, and an anatomy master XR where they can freely isolate and manipulate each structure. Um, every student has their own model, right? They can zoom, rotate, isolate, dissect, all in real time. And unlike in the anatomy lab, in VR, every student gets a front row seat to the human body, right? So I also got these images, and actually, I didn't prepare them for this presentation. They were taken by the students themselves. This is our screenshots they captured during their VR sessions because they wanted to review them later at home. It just happened naturally, and to me, that's a sign for a real engagement to these technologies. And this tool is becoming part of how they choose to learn. Also, we asked students a few questions after their VR sessions. Here are some of the relevant ones. Most of the students said Medicalholodeck helped them understand spatial relationships and visualize deeper structures, even than in cadavers. And they rated the experience highly, 4 to 5 stars in most of the cases. Nearly half say they like to use the headsets outside of the class. I mean, outside of the lessons with the teachers. And many felt it truly supported their anatomy learning. Of course, everything about this is new for us, for the faculty, for the students. We are learning as we go, and feedback helping us to improve. Um, To summarize the survey, 90% saw at least one clear learning benefit here. Uh, Half of them rated the experience as highly beneficial, and half of them want more access beyond class time. But there are also there's some challenges. 40% experience some discomfort or headset fatigue, and several say they felt lost without guidance. And that was key for us. These tools are powerful, but they need a structure. Without clear direction, students might explore for hours and still miss what they need to learn. We are currently exploring RecordXR to create guided learning experience inside VR. It's, it's difficult for medical teachers to focus on each students, even with Team XR. It's difficult to do it. And Record XR will allow us to plan asynchronous session at the scale, offering students the flexibility to access to this content without needing a constant real-time supervision. We are we are also considering this to the anatomical tables. We are working on a study guides for students to use during open lab hours. We wanted to open the lab also to the students to study or to review whatever they need outside of the class time. That's where these tools will show their full potential, right? When students can explore at their own pace, but within a clear learning framework. Without the guidance, whether from a teacher, videos, or study guides, a student might spend hours using these technologies, but without truly learning what they really meant to learn. So that's what we found in our experience. We are obviously open to advices, and we wanted to continuously improving on how we are teaching anatomy. Thanks.